Welcome into the Extra Point, presented by Global Motorsports in Cool Springs and Belle Meade. For the world's best luxury imports and Nashville's best prices, check them out at globalmotorsportsinc.com. And Zach, I think Eric Berry of the Kansas City Chiefs is the most well-liked player in the entire NFL.
I think that is a very good choice, and he's been through some really rough times. So he does get the benefit of the doubt because, he's been through cancer, right? He's beaten cancer. So he gets that. But I think there's some other players in this conversation. I think at the top of the list, because he's a quarterback and because he really can't do anything wrong, he's a nice guy, family man. You see him all the time in commercials. Drew Brees. Everybody loves Drew Brees. Because you know what? When he was leaving the Chargers, maybe to go to the Dolphins, maybe to go to the Saints, he saved a city in New Orleans.
True.
He brought a Super Bowl to that city.
Yeah.
He's beloved. He's more well-known than Eric Berry, so he's got more popularity behind him. I'm going to counter with Drew Brees.
Okay, I get it, and I like Drew Brees. I think he's one of the athletes that we currently have that could possibly become president, like one of those type of conversations. But I do think Drew Brees is so popular, there are people that dislike him. And because he plays for the Saints and because he's a good-looking white guy with blonde hair and he's got blonde little kids, that people don't like Drew Brees because it's almost like he's got it too perfect. Now, yes, Drew Brees has bringing New Orleans back from Katrina behind him, like Eric Berry has cancer behind him in beating cancer and getting back to the Pro Bowl and the level that he's been able to play at. But my whole point is, nobody has a bad word to say about Eric Berry. And every time Eric Berry makes a play in the football field, Twitter, social media lights up. Eric Berry, EB29, continuing to go up there and do what he does and making plays for the Chiefs. I still think Eric Berry is the most well-liked player.
Yeah, I think he has two things working for him. He's on the defensive side of the ball, so when he does make plays, it's known.
Right.
And he plays for Kansas City. It's a small market team that gets no play. It's kind of like the Titans, right? Small market team, doesn't get much play in the national scope. I still think I go with Drew Brees because I've never once heard or seen a bad thing said about that man. Even in his Tide commercials or his NyQuil commercials, nothing is said.
The one guy I think that would be runner-up is Larry Fitzgerald. I mean, Larry Fitzgerald is still like 50 years old, that is catching 1,000 yards in a season for the Cardinals. Nobody has a bad thing to say about Larry Fitzgerald because it's the same thing. He plays for the Cardinals. Twitter will light up when he makes plays. He's a very likable guy.
Jason Witten, even though he plays for the Cowboys.
That one X's it out. Bringing the Cowboys or the Patriots.
So Gronk?
Gronk is out of there because of the party thing and the Patriots.
But he's a fun-loving guy.
But people hate the Patriots, so people then hate Gronk.
Okay. All right. I see what you're saying. I'm sticking with Brees, though.
All right. That's today's Extra Point. Coming up next on our Extra Point, presented by Global Motorsports, is the most hated player in the NFL. You'll see that on A to Z Sports Nashville.com.